When we talk of giant killers in F1, many will of course think of Jordan, a team that continues to live on in the form of Aston Martin, although with the financial backing the Silverstone team now gets, it has rather become a giant itself. But back in 1999, the Mugen Honda-powered Jordan, with Heinz-Harald Frentzen in the seat, mounted an unlikely title challenge up against the likes of Ferrari and McLaren. But how did they do it? Frentzen's results came from getting the absolute most out of every race, capitalising on the mistakes of other teams. Then on the circuits that prioritised the outright power of the cars, the Mugen Honda V10 was able to push the Jordan to be the fastest car on the track, the German driver outright winning at Magny-Cours and Monza. When it wasn't the fastest, finishing just behind whatever combination of Ferraris and McLarens was still on track was the key, only being classified as a non-finisher 3 times out of the 16 rounds, which is impressive considering the reliability of the V10 era, getting points in 12 of the 16 races also, remembering this is a time in which points were only awarded to the top 6 drivers, so you can get an idea of how competitive Frentzen pushed this yellow beast to be. Looking at the missed opportunities that the Jordan team had throughout, it can be overly harsh if you blame their failure of chasing the World Drivers' Championship solely on their DNFs, as one was caused by oil on the track, another by half-shaft failure, and the last was electrical failure in the pouring rain. Take these DNFs out, it is more feasible that Frentzen could have gone further, but it still doesn't guarantee him anything. And they had the joint second fewest DNFs of any single car with Frentzen. But let's be honest, it's not like Jordan weren't already massively punching above their weight. All this thanks to the man at the wheel of the team, Eddie Jordan. A man that has gone somewhat underappreciated over the last few years, but it is him to thank that we have some of the most memorable race wins in F1 history. Belgium 1998, Brazil 2003, and then later on, under a different guise, even Sakir 2020. An extremely likeable individual who was never afraid to say exactly what he thought, an element that can be somewhat absent in motorsport nowadays, but it was his intellect and know-how that we got the debuts of some of the most successful drivers in F1 history, most notably of course Michael Schumacher, as well as one of the most, if not the best, giant-killing F1 teams the series has ever seen. Rest in peace, Eddie Jordan.